I'm Brittany Elkin. I've been fighting out of 303 Training Center for 2 years and just been recently going to Grudge Training Center. I'm ready to bring the action and I want to keep it standing for a while, but if it goes to the ground, I'm ready to react and respond appropriately. LaToya Walker is 2-0 from Austin, Texas. She says she's going to bring the game. Let's bring the game. I'm ready to bring the action and I want to keep it standing for a while, but if it goes to the ground, I'm ready to react and respond appropriately for that. So all in all, I'm ready to bring it. I'm ready to fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fight to Win Fight Club, the co-main event, brought to you by Millennium Concrete, Women's Pro MMA in the featherweight division. Fighting out of the Millennium Concrete blue corner with a record of 2 wins, no losses, from Austin, Texas, representing Cooper MMA, the current SCS champion, U.S. Army veteran, LaToya the Black Mamba Walker. Fighting out of the Rocky Mountain, flagging red corner, with 1 win, 1 loss, from Denver, Colorado, by way of Dillon, Wyoming, representing the 303 Training Center, the Grudge Training Center, Brittany Elkin. Referee Eric Hine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. What they came to see and show, but I think the fight might go. Let's do it. Touch one.
Our co-main event of the evening, a 145-pound professional women's MMA fight out of Austin, Texas. We have LaToya Walker wearing the black and white gear, the board shorts, and in the primarily black gear is Brittany Elkin. Elkin working out of the 303 Training Center as well as the Grudge Training Center. Both fighters showing good head movement here. And Walker lands a couple of stiff punches. Walker landing accurately here early on. Doing a good job getting inside the reach of Elkin as Walker. Elkin, in her pre-fight interview, stated she'd like to see this primarily be a striking match, but if it went to the ground, she'd react and be okay there as well. Walker, of course, coming up from Texas, might have difficulties with the altitude. It doesn't necessarily matter what level your conditioning is on. If you just don't have the red blood cells inside your body to carry that oxygen, you're not used to it, it's something that'll have an effect. Even if at sea level, you're in tremendous shape. Elkin steps inside, tries to land hard, and Walker counters nicely with the right hand. Walker starting to mix some kicks into her game now. She's gone inside and outside with the leg kicks. Another thing that I like nice that Walker's doing here is mixing the level of her punches. She's not just head hunting. And there Elkin snaps back the head of Walker, but Walker going to the body with a bit of regularity as well. So definitely not letting her opponent know where that next strike might be targeted to. Elkin starting to show some marks here. Starting to wear the punches of Walker. A little bit of blood leaking out of her nose, and one of her eyes is reddened up quite a bit. Right eye of Elkin is what I'm referencing there. Walker starting to have some effect with the punches here. See if Walker can sneak around to the back. She tries for it. Elkin, good job with her footwork, turns in. More than half the round gone here. Elkin dipped the elbow nicely to block that punch. Walker comes upstairs though. again, Walker goes to the body attack. Walker's doing a nice job of feinting with the punch like it's going to go upstairs and then dropping it down to the body. And she has landed some solid shots to the head, so Elkin has to be wary of that. So, good strategy being shown here by Walker. See if Elkin can get some knees off here. Elkin trying to feed her left arm through. See if she can get head control. Walker using her strength nicely. Able to posture up, get that head free. And again, going to the body as Walker. Elkin controlling the clinch here, though. Trying to bully her opponent. And less than a minute left here in round number 1. So as this fight wears on, we'll see how Walker does with having to deal with the altitude. Elkin looping her punches, got one just snuck behind the guard of Walker. Now Elkin's starting to pressure forward and land with accuracy. Good job by Elkin with the footwork, getting out of danger of the punches after she landed what she wanted. There's the 10-second clacker. We're going to have a second round in our co-main event of the evening. Mouthpiece, always a good thing to have in an MMA fight. Here we go, back at it. Elkin looking like she wants to put the conditioning on display here, coming out, moving fast, using her footwork. Walker steps in with power, sits down on her punch, lands twice nicely. Elkin able to stalk Walker down there. Good job by Walker firing off on the separation there. Elkin was out of range, but it's always something that you want to try because you never know when it's going to pay off for you. Final part of the round, final part of the first round, Elkin started to get her game going, landed with accuracy and power. Good job by Walker coming over at the top of the punch and ducks her head, goes hard to the body, then brings it upstairs, does Walker. Elkin doing a nice job moving her feet here in the second round. Walker definitely looking to land with power. Elkin able to take some of that away by way of having solid footwork. This is a professional fight, so 5-minute rounds, and the fighters can knee to the head in the clinch, or at least when standing, rather. Oh, and Elkin's hurt. I don't know if it was a punch or a finger that got into the eye, but Elkin was worrying away at it. And still squinting hard from that strike to the eye is Elkin. And you can see it already starting to purple up. Walker landed powerfully with that kick, but Elkin able to put her on her back. See what these two fighters try to work with their ground game here. Looks to me already like Elkin's trying to set up a head and arm choke. Walker looking to build a frame. Try to keep Elkin off her a little bit, and Elkin definitely trying to get her head underneath the right arm of Walker. She's going to try to skip over to the other side if she's able to do so. And Walker wisely getting her hips into the cage. Elkin full mount now. Good elbows come down for Elkin. Now she goes to the punching attack. Walker looking to escape, ends up coming up on top. A lot of blood coming from somewhere. I think it's the nose of Elkin. Elkin working the high guard here. Might be able to get the armbar off this. Walker, good job with her strength. Just powering down with the shots now. But Elkin looking to wrap up a leg lock. Trying to stretch that leg out is Elkin. Walker has her leg free, but Elkin might win the scramble here. And it is Elkin that comes out on top. Walker was able to use the cage to have a solid escape, but not going to be able to get her feet out from under, or rather get her feet up against the cage to roll through here, although Elkin does not have mount. She's working from side control. Walker trying to get hip escape here. Elkin doing a good job mixing her punches and elbow strikes here. Just over 30 seconds left here in the second round. Elkin looking to set up some solid striking. Can't go to the back of the head. Has to really be careful with the targeting of her punches here. Good position for Elkin. Looking to set in the Americana. She has a good position here. And Elkin continues with the solid ground and pound attack. And this has been her best punch attack of the fight by far. About to have the 10-second clacker. Elkin trying to transition to mount. We're going to go to third round in our co-main event. Final round with Walker wearing the blue gloves, Elkin wearing the red gloves. It's been back and forth action. Walker's controlled it more so in the stand-up. Elkin had success with her ground and pound. See if Walker can get some knees fired off here. Has solid head control. Elkin not able to commit both hands to the trying to peel the hands off because she has to keep one hand down and defend against those knee strikes. Now Walker gets a knee up to the face as per her corner's instructions. And a strike to the back of the head there. So Elkin took a knee so that she did not have her head as a target for the knee striking attack of Walker. Walker saw it as an opportunity to flurry with ground and pound, but landed to the back of the head. No penalty point assessed. Just gives Elkin the, I don't want to say positional advantage here, but takes away the positional disadvantage that she was in. In the corner of Walker telling her to finish her strikes with power. Elkin looks to pressure forward. Solid leg kick from Walker shuts down her mobility a little bit. Walker's starting to take some deep breaths here, but she's kept up a solid pace. About 2.5 rounds. Really trying to put power into her punches now as Walker, just planting her feet and firing off with everything she has. One of those lands that's going to do some damage for her. The difficulty with that, though, is when you miss, it really takes a lot of energy. But my goodness, best punch of the fight landed right there for Walker. And she's trying to finish here. Elkin took that punch well. Still clear-eyed and with her feet underneath her, but Walker continues to fire off with power. Now Elkin lands solid. Walker lands another hard overhand right, puts together a combination. I was about to say I don't think she has the energy to try to go for the finish, but she puts together a good combination, just as I was thinking about it. Elkin looks to land the knee strike. Walker, as she's done throughout rounds 1 and 2, nice job of mixing between body and head punches. No matter how fatigued she is, she continues with that strategy, and that really speaks of solid coaching and hundreds of thousands of repetitions in the gym. Both fighters looking to land a solid and telling punch here late in the third round. Walker takes some deep breaths and fires off power shots. Elkin looking to land more with finesse. Judges might have a tough time in this one if it goes to the third. Walker nicely done with the teep kick. Gets the knockdown. See if she has the energy to go for a solid flurry here. See if she can try to put together something for a finish. Elkin trying to get her feet underneath her. Wants to try to cage walk here. Walker going to go hip pressure down. Try to keep Elkin down on the ground. Good knees to the thighs by Walker. Looking to turn in now. Pressure down. Elkin trying to pull that leg through. See if she can dump Walker over onto her back. Walker has to be very careful with the targeting of her strikes here. She'd probably lose a point if she hits the back of the head again. But looks like she's being selective. Elkin not able to get her feet underneath her yet. There's the 10-second clacker. Looks like the judges are going to have to earn their money in this one. And Walker going to get in just a couple more punches. There it is.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for these two warriors. The judges have rendered their decision. They're all in agreement. It's unanimous. Your winner